So I've always wondered, why sacrifice? Why killing animals? The principle behind it. Like, the seed must go in the ground and die to become a tree, its own tree. And I get that, but I don't get the sacrificing of animals as repentance for sin, as anything that's reported to be. It says throughout the Old Testament, anybody who turns and becomes obedient is forgiven of sins. This is even before the Messiah came. Whole cities were taken up, just like Enoch and the Garden of Eden. Enoch's city was taken up. There's another city taken up. There's taking up into heaven going on long before the Messiah came. So Moses was simply restoring the pure worship that included sacrifices. All the feasts, all the observances, the new moons, all of that from the time of Enoch, well, from the time of Adam, but especially established, maintained, and held firm by Enoch. It's been passed on from then. All of the Torah has been passed on from then. All of the laws, all of the covenant. And so Moses was just restoring what Abraham had already established, but was lost in Egypt. And then once again it was lost, taken over by legalism and corruption and false worship and things like that. And so then the Messiah came to restore it. But the nation that was there said no, we don't want any part of it. So it moves on. And once again, it has been lost. So it needs to be restored. And we all wonder, are the sacrifices going to come with it? We read throughout the Old Testament, he does not want sacrifices other than the pure heart of repentance, the prayers, the words, heartfelt words, obedience to his commandments, loving one another, honoring and respecting him as a parent, our Father in heaven. And so I still wonder about this, and I pray about it. Why the sacrifices? And so far it's come together for me because I understand that in the beginning there was just the Creator. So for the Creator to create anything, the Creator is formless, endless, limitless. There's nowhere outside of the Creator wherein creation can take place. So the Creator had to make space within themselves to do this creating. So we are within the Creator, and then the Creator had to take part of its life energy, its existence, its life force to put into the creation of us, sacrificing the essence of life away from itself. So the Creator had to give up, relinquish possession of parts of its own self so that those parts can grow up to become independent, individualized, individuated beings with free will and their own dominion and authority, establishing something of the same nature as the Creator. However, We're completely dependent. We can't. I mean, we can have creative abilities. We can go off and create worlds if that's what our creator wants for us. However, we cannot do any of it without our creator, because we are inside our creator, creating from basically our creator's body parts. So our creator sacrifices their own body into this space that it created within itself, like a womb. It sacrifices parts of itself to put into the womb, and from which all of creation grows and expands. And so all of the Torah is a foreshadowing in a shadow of what goes on in the heavens. So the creator is sacrificing its own body, and so that's why mankind offers sacrifices of bodies, is because they're imitating what the creator does, this sacrificing of physical aspects. A lamb, a sheep, a ram, a cow, a bull, birds, they're all part of our body, the sustenance of our body, the maintaining of our body, and so thus a part of our body that we sacrifice in imitation of our creator's sacrifice of their own body unto our existence. Now it makes sense. Thank you, our Father. I feel better. I still don't like all the killing. Still don't like it. It's been there from the beginning, so. Also, however, if we're living holding all things in common, then that which we procure, we sacrifice unto the whole body, so we can keep it. Like, this is where capitalism is a sin. It is a sin. It is a sin. It is a sin. Measuring, weighing, how much per ounce is that? How many gallons do I get in that? That's a sin. Keep count, but that's a sin. That's all sin. Sinful practices. We want nothing to do with it. We're supposed to be living a culture of gifting, of sharing, of communal possession of things. Sacrificing what we procure and becomes a part of our body to the greater body and the fullness of the body, just as our Creator sacrifices of Himself that we may have a body. Fascinating. So hopefully, if anybody else needed to understand the principles behind sacrifice as much as I did, because I still wasn't getting it, though not judging it, just aware that I was not understanding the nature of it. And so once I reached that point of accepting, I simply don't understand the nature of it. Can you please, help me understand this? And lo and behold, here it is. The understanding that I've been given. Because I know there's a whole lot of people on this planet that just do not understand the need for it. They don't understand it. So, now hopefully a few more will.